Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're feeling quite good as well. Today we're going to listen to the Tea Party. A little bit more tea in your cup, but for me right now it's coffee. Even though the other night I was drinking some ginger tea, and I went to the Chinese market, and there's a certain ginger tea that I get that I've had ever since I was in Canada, many years ago, and I was introduced to it. Oh, it's the best tea ever. I love it, and still, I guess 20 years or so later, I'm still drinking the exact same brand. We're listening to the Tea Party. We're going to listen to this track, Transmission. This is the title track off of their album, of course, of the same name, released in 1997. We are listening to this because it was recommended, suggested, and sponsored by Jim. So, Jim, thank you so much for the suggestion and, of course, for the support. We've enjoyed some Tea Party recently. So let's go ahead and return to the Tea Party. We'll talk about it after listening. Here we go. Is that on purpose? Okay. I thought my thing cut out for a second. I love their percussion. I think that approach and mixing with rock is so cool how they do that.
We fear what we see in the distance. We're shattered by life's soft deceits, enslaved to our thoughts by our reason, refusing to walk with the weak. Walk with me.
Such a great sound and holding all that pressure.
Betrayed by the past desolation, we slept listless nights by the shore, searching for signs of salvation, hoping to find something more, something more. Transmission.
I'm so curious to see how this goes.
Tell me what I am when it all slips away. Tell me what I see when the light fades away. You tell me what I hold in the palm of my hands. Tell me what I feel, 'cause I'm trying to understand. Sending.
That is such a cool sound that they have. I love that.
Confused by the weight of our virtue, we follow the paths of the slave. In silence, we'll walk through these shadows, embracing the pleasures of pain. Once again.
They have such a cool sound. Every time that we've listened to the Tea Party here recently, I've really enjoyed their combination of sounds, and this track is no different. Hitting that, to me, such an interesting and creative mix of those kind of Middle Eastern kind of sounds, I wish I knew exactly what it was called, but it's I guess a wind instrument, the thing that they blow into. I just don't know what it's called, but that sound, some of those stringed instruments that you kind of hear through here, it creates this really unique atmosphere, and mixing that here, in this case, with a little bit of an industrial rock kind of sound, not so heavy as to go into metal, but just a harder side of rock. And all of it comes together really well. You have a vocal sample, I don't know what it is, but you have a vocal sample of someone, I'm assuming angrily giving a speech or something like that, which kind of hits really nicely with the heaviness of the track. But then there's all of those layers of atmosphere that are taking place underneath, especially the synth chords, which are just like back there. And then the heaviness from the drums comes across really nicely. I like how it was building up. You got that tension that was continually being held in the very beginning. And then eventually those drums, specifically from the snare, came through and popped through and just broke through. Jeff Burrows once again on the drums there. And I like the approach to drumming. There wasn't anything overly crazy or technical drum-wise, but it was just a nice combination of that, alongside with the percussion that's also taking place from Burrows, and that nice mix that kind of weaves this nice tapestry of music there with everything. Jeff Martin on the vocals, and I think his vocals are absolutely phenomenal. I think that it's growly without being off-putting. There's still melody in there. The way that he kind of dronally sings some of the lines, like it's in that direction. I think it works so cool with this whole sound. They just have like a very, very unique sound to them. Like, let me pull it back here really quick. The chorus was nice and big too, nice and heavy. Here, that sound. See, the speech is still taking place underneath him, so it adds to this aggression while that tension is still being held by the drums. But it's that little, I wish I knew what instrument that was. This. Because even though when I look through the list of all the different instruments that they play, because there's tons of them, I just don't remember what it is. That's a string. No, it's not theremin. Not Dumbek. Not mandolin. Not oud. Nah, not sarod. I don't even know if it's here. That instrument. Tambura? No, it's not that. But it's something. Now, it could be sampled in here also. It may not be one of the instruments that they're playing specifically, but I guess that could be sampled alongside of that speech, perhaps then. They just do such a fantastic job of like their style, though. Let's look at these lyrics while we're here. We fear what we see in the distance. We're shattered by life's soft deceits. Enslaved to our thoughts by our reason, refusing to walk with the weak. Walk with me. I love that line where he says refusing to walk with the weak, and then he acknowledges and says, walk with me. Is he admitting that he's weak? Or is he saying because we won't walk with the weak, then to walk with him, who's stronger? Betrayed by the past desolation, we slept listless nights by the shore, searching for signs of salvation, hoping to find something more. Transmission. I think I hear it, man. Tell me what I have when it all slips away. Tell me what I see when the light fades away. Tell me what I hold in the palm of my hands. Tell me what I feel, because I'm trying to understand. I'm sending out a transmission, perhaps as an SOS or maybe something else. Confused by the weight of our virtue, we follow the paths of the slain. In silence, we'll walk through these shadows, embracing the pleasures of pain. Once again, we followed this path before. Of course, you follow the paths of the slain, hoping to make some sort of progress, hoping to move forward in all things. Transmission, I think I hear it, man. Then he repeats these lyrics again. I'm sending transmission. So is he sending a transmission in a sense, metaphorically, to, like I said, as an SOS signal? Or is he sending out, when I think of like a transmission, you're sending out a radio signal for some sort of communication. He's sending out a communication for perhaps to help those who are behind him as he leads, or perhaps those who are ahead of him as he follows. You could argue something like that, right? Because as humans progress and mankind progresses, we live, we die, we live, we die. You try to grow. You try to build upon the things that you learn from the past. And so I think that that's metaphorically what that transmission is kind of talking about. I think. What do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Once again, Jim, I appreciate the support on this one and for a fantastic suggestion. Never a bad time listening to the Tea Party, that's for sure. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I will talk to you all tomorrow.